What's up, everybody? Welcome to SLC Puck. I gotta be kind of quiet right now because there are people in the area surrounding SLC Puck Studios who are trying to get to bed. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know how they're gonna go to bed after a night like tonight. I'm your host, Austin Facer. You're listening to SLC Puck. It's 10 o'clock on November 13th, which means it's only been about 5 minutes since the performance of the year by the Utah Hockey Club wrapped up. A 4-1 resounding victory over the Carolina Hurricanes, featuring what I believe is the most exciting third period of hockey ever played in the state of Utah. That includes all my games at DCYHA. That includes all my games at Viewmont High School. That includes every other game that's ever been played in the state of Utah. This was an unreal performance by the Utah Hockey Club. I believe this could definitely set the stage for bigger and better things for this team. Holy cow, my heart's beating out of my chest right now. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this show with any sense of composure. I usually lose, my breath. I'm talking for 30 minutes nonstop. It's bound to happen. I don't know. I might pass out, honestly. That was the most exciting thing I've ever seen. Really quick, though, let me just do a quick plug. As always, if you love the show, you like the show, you want to support it, go to slcpuck.shop where you can buy some merch, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, whatever. Who cares? Let's get back to talking about the matter at hand, which is this performance, an unbelievable game. And the headline for this one is Career Night by Karel Vejmelka, filling in number 2 goalie for Utah. Typically, we usually see Connor Ingram get the majority of the starts for Utah. Karel Vejmelka gets the start tonight and has the game of a lifetime against one of the best teams in the National Hockey League. Woo! Holy moly. That was something else. Let me tell you, let's just hop into the box score really quick. And we'll just break this game down a little bit, all right? So, Carolina 1, Utah 4. Hey, good score there, right? But looking at the team stats here, it's kind of insane that Utah pulled this game off and won, because by every conceivable metric, Carolina wiped them up and down the ice for the majority of the game. Just looking here at the team stats here, heavily favors Carolina in many, many ways. Shots, obviously the most glaring one. Carolina got 50 shots on goal, but only managed to get 1 in the net. What's the matter, guys? Huh? Was something in the way? Was something getting in between the puck and the back of the net? Oh, his name is Karel Vejmelka. You might know him as Veggie. 49 saves is a career high for Vejmelka. Continuing on, looking at the box score, Carolina also heavily favored in the face-offs department, winning 43 face-offs to 30 face-off wins by Utah. Power play opportunities, Carolina had 6, including quite a few in the third period. We'll talk about that in just a second. Utah just 1 power play opportunity, which they did not cash in on. Continuing down, Utah did, however, get in front of many, many shots, blocking a lot of shots by Carolina. As I was tuning into the end of the broadcast, I think Dominic Moore and Matt McConnell were saying Carolina attempted around 100 shots tonight. So between shots on goal, shots blocked, and shots that missed the net, Carolina took about 100 shots tonight. Only got 1 in. What gives? What gives, Carolina? I thought you guys were pretty good, huh? What's the deal there? Just an absolutely insane performance by the Utah Hockey Club. When I watch the games, I really like to have moneypuck.com up because I think they track things really well. I think they have a lot of advanced statistics and all that help me kind of understand what's happening in the game a little bit better. This is the deserve to win a meter that I think is pretty indicative of the uphill battle that Utah faced to win this game. According to moneypuck.com, Carolina deserved to win this game by a 97% percentage. Whatever scale this is, the Canes would win this game 97% of the time in 1,000 simulations. Look at all these scoring chances that Carolina got, especially right here in front of the net. Vejmelka was unbelievable tonight. You see, Utah did a great job as well. I thought they got a much better effort offensively than what they usually do. But man, you got to give Karel Vejmelka his his due credit in this one. This was something else. This is one of those all-time great regular season performances by just a regular contributor on a team. I remember when I was younger, I went to a Jazz game. This had to be probably 2009, maybe 2010. CJ Miles gets in the game and makes like 8 3-pointers in the first half. I think Rodney Hood had a similar game where he scored like 8 3-pointers. I think it was the game that Kobe Bryant played his last game against the Jazz. But Rodney Hood took that over and dominated. That's all I'm going to remember about that game. But my goodness, that was unbelievable. Whew, again, I'm having a hard time, settling down. What happened really was that Vejmelka gave Utah a chance to win it in the third period. He was kind of standing on his head. The score going into the third was 1-1. And it was kind of interesting to listen to Dominic Moore break that down. He's like, break that down. He said, all right, so the game comes down to this period, obviously, right? Tied going into the game. You got 20 minutes to win this game. Utah, however, decided to take that 20 minutes and spend more than half of it shorthanded, but still managed to win by 3 goals. How on earth did that happen, right? That's pretty crazy stuff. It was an unreal sequence to get that 4-1 lead. I mean, thank goodness they built that lead before they decided to go shorthanded for the majority of the period. The sequence that started with the scoring was pretty phenomenal. It was so snappy. Things just came together. It really felt like it was the kind of game where Utah gave a glimpse to the kind of team they have the potential of being. We really saw them do a lot of the things that I have talked about. I think a lot of the more experts have talked about. They got pucks on net. They were getting rebounds. They were playing with speed. They were going north to south rather than east to west. Just going in. The first goal of the game obviously was scored by Nick Bjugstad. He scored his 150th NHL goal for him, so congrats to Nicky B. First goal of the season as well. His second goal would come in the third period, though, but we'll get to that in just a second. But woo, the goal to make it go 2-1. That was a really slick play by Michael Kesselring, who entered the zone with a lot of speed, cut towards the middle. Nick Olczyk phrased it as him being like a Hall of Fame running back who just found the hole and burst through the line of scrimmage. That was pretty much exactly what it looked like to me, and he just slides a nice little pass over to Jack McBain for the goal to give Utah the lead of about 15 minutes left to play in the third. After that, it looked like it was Utah scored again almost immediately after that. Lawson Krause hits the crossbar on a shot, which was initially ruled a goal, but after replay, they dialed it back and said, nah, that one didn't cross the line, no goal. Sorry, Utah, you're only up 2-1. Utah wasn't concerned, though. They scored just a couple seconds after that. Mikhail Sergachev ripped a laser into the back of the net. A lot of great teamwork passing into that. It was a lucky break, too, because a Carolina player who was carrying the puck through the neutral zone had a skate malfunction. The blade of his skate came out of its holder, and he hits the ice, loses the puck. Utah picks it up, finds Mikhail Sergachev in the middle of the slot where he dials it in and rips a really nice wrist shot into the back of the net, hits the upper right corner. I believe it was the right corner. Again, I'm so excited. I'm trying to just go off my memory here and remember all these incredible moments. There were so many, but that was the one that put Utah up 3-1. At that point, Carolina took their goalie out, Kolchekov. Looked like he had been injured maybe on the McBain goal. Was not up to snuff on the Sergachev goal. He gets taken out of the game. And almost immediately after that, Utah adds extra insurance, going up 4-1 with a rebound by Bjugstad for his second goal of the game. Michael Kesselring put a nice shot on net. The rebound came out. Bjugstad buries it. That was, to me, like that's the kind of goal we needed to see out of Utah. Like, just get the puck on net, get that puck bouncing in front of the goal. Good things will happen. Bjugstad's there to bury it for his second goal of the night. But immediately after that, Michael Carconi, I think, was channeling something that he had seen in a social media video featuring his son, Eli. You remember that social media video where his son, Eli... I nominated this video as one of the best social videos of the year thus far. It was not the winner, by the way. But you remember that video where little Carconi's fighting with Michael Kesselring during the family skate. I think something like that must have entered Michael Carcone's mind. He's like, I want to do that too. I want to pick a fight right now. He instigates a fight with a Carolina player, gets the instigator penalty, a fighting major, and a game misconduct, which effectively gave Carolina a 7-minute long power play. Holy hell! Whew, suddenly this 4-1 lead doesn't seem that secure with a 7-minute penalty to kill. And the process began of killing the penalty. And little by little, Utah packed it in tight, cleared the puck. They almost expired the entire penalty with about 30 seconds left to go. Maverick Lamoureux gets the penalties, putting 2 more minutes on the clock. No big deal, though. Utah kills that, too, essentially killing what was an 8-minute and 30-second long penalty. Why not do 2 more? Why not? Yeah, Nick Bjugstad gets a penalty for delay of game right after that. Holy mother of all things holy. Utah continues to kill that penalty. And you could just see Carolina is completely defeated at this point. They cannot get anything past Karel Vejmelka. Even with a 11-minute long power play in the third period, almost entirely consecutively, Utah plays an unbelievable third period to win this game. I think it's Delta Center magic. I think this was easily the Utah Hockey Club's best game of the year. If I was giving out my little awards in my last episode, I gave out little awards for best moment of the season. The winner went to Michael Kesselring for scoring the game-winning goal against Boston earlier this year. If we were to reassign these awards, give it to Karel Vejmelka, give it to the Utah Hockey Club, give it to the penalty kill unit for their performance in this game. It was stunning to watch. It's one of those where I'm like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here in SLC Puck Studios getting ready to record the episode. I'm happy to do it. This is where I want to be. This is what I like to be. But man, do I wish I had been in the Delta Center. I'm sure that place was buzzing, as Liam O'Brien put it. Incredible performance. I think that one is going to be one that's going to etch Karel Vejmelka's name into the minds of Utah hockey fans for years to come. We're gonna talk about this game forever. It was that incredible. If you watched it live in person, you know exactly what I mean. The third period was simply spectacular. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen. And I always think about these in like a frame of reference of other sporting events that I've seen here in the state. I think for me, like I remember feeling this way watching Utah play Oregon, and I think it was 2022. I think it was the one where Utah beat Oregon to clinch a spot in the Pac-12 championship game. It was the one where Kyle Whittingham became Utah's all-time wins leader. The same one. The game they totally dominated a very highly ranked Oregon team from start to finish. I remember watching that and being totally floored in person. Like, I can't believe sports can be this good. The exact same thing happened tonight for the Utah Hockey Club. It was that good. It was a game that if you were there and you managed to get one of those commemorative pucks, put it behind glass, put it behind lucite, put it behind the thing that Nicolas Cage took the Declaration of Independence out of in the movie National Treasure. That puck is a big time keepsake. That's how good this game was. It was electric. It was truly amazing. And I'll tell you this, I was under the impression that the game later this week was going to be the really exciting one. On Friday, the Utah Hockey Club hosts the Vegas Golden Knights, which, is always a big draw. I think there's a lot of Golden Knights fans here in the state, in the area. And hey, I have some Golden Knights merch myself. I like the Golden Knights a little bit. But this was a game that was truly unbelievable. Let's talk about why Friday is going to be such a great game too, okay? I mean, yes, there is going to be a hockey game. It's probably going to be very exciting, maybe. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to. I hope they can carry the momentum from this incredible win into something bigger, right? And that starts with the next game on Friday against the Golden Knights. But there's also going to be some really cool components happening in the arena outside the game that I think people are going to be really excited about. And I'll tell you what one of those is to me. It's the addition of a new member of the team to the Utah Hockey Club. And maybe you missed it. Maybe you didn't catch the news, but there is a new furry, four-legged friend who's going to be hanging around the team. He'll be making his debut at the Delta Center on Friday. I'm talking about Archie the dog. Look at this. All right, look at this.
Is Utah Hockey Club's first puppy with a purpose.
Puppy with a
and
purpose.
Is co-sponsored by America First Credit Union.
Great job, America Credit
And
Union.
he is
America
going
First
to
Credit
be
Union.
joining you guys for the next 16 months as a future service
Can't wait.
dog through America's Vet Dogs. Over the next 16 to 18 months, he will be socialized here in the arena, as well as he will be attending community events with Utah Hockey Club. And he's going to enjoy all the very sounds, smells, and sights that an arena can offer a puppy, which is great socialization.
Oh, I'm feeling every conceivable positive emotion that a person can feel right now. The hockey game was unreal. There's going to be a dog at the next game. This is remember when I was started out like at the start of the year, I was like, is this scripted? Like, is this like really happening? And then we had a jolt back to reality. I was like, oh no, it's not scripted. I think it is scripted again. I think the screenwriters took a couple weeks off, but we're back in it in a big way. Holy moly, look at this guy. I love him. I love him so much. I want one of these commemorative pucks that says Archie on it. So cool. I mean, you see this kind of thing with a lot of sports teams. This is kind of coming in style where they'll like adopt a team dog. It's a content gold mine is what it is. You get this dog anywhere near the team, you're going to have good. Oh my gosh. Look at him sitting in that little. Oh my gosh. This is unreal. Look at him on the ice in front of the big puck. Oh, Archie is going to completely dominate coverage of the Utah Hockey Club here on SLC Puck. And see, this is what I mean. Look, here he is playing with Clayton Keller. Keller's got a big old smile on his face. I can't imagine how big the smile on his face is tonight, by the way. What a team win tonight. But look at, I mean, again, this is a content gold mine. So cool. You see teams all over sports do this kind of thing where, you know, it's a dog that they adopt with a purpose. Like they said, you know, it usually goes to like a veteran or someone who needs a service dog that he gets trained and gets to play around with the team for a year or so. Look at him. He's good. He's a good little player. When I was preparing today's episode, I thought to myself, here's what's going to be my line. I'm going to say, you know, maybe they should put Archie in goal because they could use him. Karel Vejmelka proves that, you know, I think we're better off in human hands, his hands particularly. But, you know, I still want Archie involved in the team in some way. It looks like he will be in a big way. Look at he gets after the puck. He's tenacious. I like what I'm seeing here. I think Archie's going to be a really big part of the team here. So kudos to Archie. He's making his debut at the Delta Center on Friday. Apparently, you're going to be able to meet him. He's going to be hanging around the atrium concourse area. I'm sure he'll be a big hit with the fans. The other thing that people are going to get really excited about is the launch of jerseys for sale at the team store. Oh, man. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten comments on this channel and on social media. You can follow me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at SLC Puck. I'm on all the other platforms too. I even got myself a Blue Sky account. I haven't figured that one out yet, but maybe we'll implement that into SLC Puck a little bit. But again, I can't tell you how many times I've had people reach out to me and ask me if I know when the jerseys are going on sale. I don't have. I do now. I know that jerseys are going on sale this Friday, so I finally have an answer for you guys. Here they are. They're looking good. You can see this post right here. It's all in the details. I think these jerseys look really slick. And you know, I was at Shields the other day, and I was looking at the Vegas Golden Knights jerseys that were for sale. The material is very nice on these Fanatics jerseys. Again, they are kind of expensive. The blank jerseys are $200. Jerseys with a player name and number going to be $250. If you want it customized, that's going to be $275. I believe those are the price points. I'm not going to say it's worth that, but you can understand like why they would arrive at those price points compared to other jerseys you see for sale in sports. But they look really slick. I am definitely interested in getting one of these. What's cool though, if you get it at the team store, you'll get something you can't get otherwise. There's something that you can't get if you just order this on fanatics.com. That being the shoulder patches right there, the inaugural season shoulder patches. So if you're all about that particular detail, you really want to get the real nice on-ice stuff, that's the way to go, is to go to the team store. But I'm sure these are going to be in limited quantities for this first drop. I'm certain they'll sell very quickly. It sounds like season ticket members are going to get the first crack at it 8 a.m. on Friday. I would expect to see a line outside the Delta Center for people to get in there and get their jerseys. They'll be on sale to the general public at noon on Friday, per reports. I would be surprised if they have any in stock ahead of the game time. But you know what I think they'll do? I think they'll probably keep a bunch in the back and then bring them out, during the game for people to sell. That's my guess, at least. But yeah, I expect these to go really fast, and I think these look really, really nice. Definitely excited to see that. I'm going to try to get my hands on one of those. It was a big reason why I purchased Seg Plus ahead of time. Was there was a promotion where if you ordered or if you signed up for Seg Plus ahead of a certain date, you got 50% off a purchase of $250 or less at the team store. So I hope they do. The people who bought wanted to get a jersey a solid. I don't know about that. It would be great if they could just drop a couple bucks off to get us, our 50% off. Who knows? Maybe I shouldn't count on it. Maybe that's wishful thinking, or maybe I could just get the blank jersey. It might just be cool to have and maybe frame or hang up here in some way. But there was an interesting detail on the reporting on this that I think is easy to miss, and I want to go back to it. And my guy Ryan Miller at KSL.com did a really good job of covering this today. It was so funny to look at the story that Ryan wrote on KSL.com. Headline reads, "Fans can purchase Utah Hockey Club jerseys starting Friday." The story went live right at 10 a.m., which I'm guessing was the embargo for this. So Ryan probably had the story in the can, ready to go, hit publish right at 10. But, here's the information here at KSL.com. I encourage you guys to go look at that. Ryan does a great job of covering the Utah Jazz and the Utah Hockey Club. He's the hardest working man in sports media these days. But anyway, the initial stock of jerseys are going to include players Clayton Keller, Gunther, Krause, Cooley, Schmaltz, Sergachev, O'Brien. That one's going to go crazy. And Connor Ingram. You can also customize the jersey. First batch will be blank to get everything out in the most efficient timeline, right? So only adult sizes for now. Youth size jerseys will drop in the coming weeks. There's the prices there. Right, here you go. See, and they'll also be on shop.nhl.com if you want to go for it that way. But again, I'm pretty sure those ones won't come with the shoulder patches. But here is the interesting detail here, okay? Right here at the end of the story. Utah Hockey Club president Chris Armstrong mostly played coy when asked, but he did hint that next year's jerseys might not be all that different. He said the reception from players and fans alike has been so good to the team's inaugural jersey that similar design elements will likely remain in future seasons. A Utah jersey, regardless of what the long-term team name ends up being, would follow the Jazz's latest rebrand, where 3 of the 4 jerseys have Utah on the front. So the jersey that you're seeing right now, when the team becomes whoever they're going to be, and I don't know if they're going to be the Yeti, I don't know if they're going to be the Outlaws, I don't know if they're going to be the Mammoth, right? It's all kind of speculation at this point. But I think what you're going to see is the team look basically the same this year. And I really like it. I think the stair-stepping letters reading Utah look really nice. What I do think will change will be the shoulders next year is my guess. I think you'll see whatever the team name ends up being, I think you'll see that represented in some way on the shoulders. Maybe a Yeti head. Maybe a cowboy hat for the Outlaws. Maybe some mammoth tusks. I think in some way you'll see some reflection of the permanent new name there. But other than that, I think it's sounding very much like this is going to be, for the most part, what they're going to look like next year. I think you'll see maybe a few different jerseys, but I think you'll see the primary home jersey sort of look like this, primary road jersey as well. I mean, I'm just guessing that based on what we're seeing here from Chris Armstrong, right? He said the similar design elements will remain in future seasons from this jersey. So I think maybe you'll see a third jersey where you do see, a Yeti head, mammoth tusks head, cowboy hat for the Outlaws, whatever it ends up being. But I think you'll see this, for the most part, be the team's look, even with the new name. So I thought that was kind of an interesting detail. Glad that Ryan asked and put that in his story. So that's top-notch reporting by Ryan. I'm sure Ryan right now, again, it's only 10:24. It's only been about 30 minutes since the game ended. I'm sure he's writing a heck of a story right now on KSL.com. Chances are you'll be watching this on Thursday, on the 14th. Ryan's story will be live. Go read it. I'm sure he'll cover everything that happened much better than I did in this. I was just so excited. I'm like, we got to record this right now. This was like too good. My energy level was so high. I could not believe what I had seen. If you have any way of watching a replay, whether it's on Utah Hockey Club Plus, Seg Plus, make yourself some time. At least watch the third period. It was a truly remarkable athletic performance. It was top notch in every way. I cannot speak to it highly enough. Super, super cool. And for you, for spending the time with me with SLC Puck, thank you. Thank you for letting me convey my excitement to you. Again, it was so much fun. Gosh, I hope this leads to bigger and better things for the Utah Hockey Club. We saw them go on a 4-game road trip. They picked up 3 out of a possible 8 points, right? Overtime loss to the Golden Knights, who we're going to see on Friday, followed by a loss to the Winnipeg Jets, and then a victory over the St. Louis Blues, and then a loss to the Nashville Predators. But hey, this win over the Carolina Hurricanes, pretty dang good, I'd say. I wish it was worth more than 2 points in the standings. If it was based on merit, I think they'd give them 10 points in the standings for this performance, and they'd probably give Karel Vejmelka the Hart Memorial Trophy as the MVP. So crazy game, super fun. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to SLC Puck, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever the heck you find this thing. Follow me on social media at SLC Puck. Get your merch at slcpuck.shop, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.